Hey everybody, so in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make hats like this on your multi-needle embroidery machine. So whether you have a brother, Racoma, it really doesn't matter. It's pretty much all the same when it comes to hooping these hats. This is an unstructured hat, so I'll be showing you guys how to make that. But let me show you guys exactly what you're going to need. So you're going to need your hat frame or your cap frame. This came with our embroidery machine. You can buy like more of these separately, but you're going to have to find like a dealer so you know that it works exactly for your machine, or you could just like buy it from like the website. You're going to need specifically hat stabilizer. So this is more of a tearaway type of stabilizer. It's thinner. You can kind of see through it a little bit, and it's just easy to tear away because it is a tearaway stabilizer. You're going to need hats, of course. This is an unstructured hat. So it doesn't have the panel right here in the back, and it's soft. So it's like your regular baseball hat. I like to use U-Pung hats, Value Cap, and it's another brand that I like to use just for like different styles of hats. I just can't remember the name of this brand right now, and it's not on the hats. But I use a couple different hats. It depends on what I'm looking for. And then also you're going to need these little like binder clips. This should have came with your cap and frame with your machine as well, but they're just binder clips, and my boyfriend like got extra ones and bent them so that we can have extra clips for when we're hooping more than one hat. But pretty much the supplies that you need for hats is pretty simple. All right, y'all, so now that we have the supplies down packed, let me tell y'all, hooping hats is like one of my least favorite things to do. I feel like it's kind of one of those things with embroidery that's like super tedious and annoying. It's just, I don't know, it's just something about hats that I just don't like, but we sell them on our Etsy shop, so therefore they have to be done. Usually I do get my boyfriend to hoop everything, and then I just embroider everything out, but I'm learning to be a little self-sufficient and learn how to get this done on my own, so I might as well show y'all how to get it done on your own too. Alright, y'all. So first things first, you're going to want to take your capping frame, and it comes with like another part, like a capping station. Mine is mounted onto the base of the table for my machine just for like accessibility, but it's really easy. You're going to take this capping frame and put it onto the station, and you're going to want to push it all the way back until you hear it click. You're going to want to make sure that your frame actually is like stuck onto the station. So when you hear it click, you know that the frame is now attached to the station. Alright, so the next step is to get your stabilizer. So we take a bigger piece and fold it in half because the cap-in stabilizer is pretty thin. So we just fold it the long way, like a hot dog. And then put it on top of your frame. So you're going to put it on top of your cap-in frame where like the ridges or like the hard parts that's standing up, that's where you're going to put the stabilizer. You're going to take those binder clips that you had, and you're going to tuck your excess stabilizer over, and then clip it with your binder clip. Alright, so then you're going to take your stabilizer and you're going to wrap it around to the other side of the frame. But remember those ridges that I told you to put it over? You're going to take your stabilizer and push it into those ridges. So you want to make like an indent with the ridges, making sure that the stabilizer is actually like in it. Let me move it a little closer so you guys can see. So those ridges that you went over, you're just going like this and making sure that that stabilizer is actually in it. Now that it's in it, you're going to take that other binder clip and go on the other side and clip it from underneath. So now your stabilizer should be on here, clipped tightly. It shouldn't be no extra fabric, nothing. It's just on there and in the ridges. Alright, so next you're going to take your hat. I'm using an unstructured hat like I said before. And you're going to take out all of the stuff in the inside. All of the padding, marketing, and all the crap they put in there. Take it out. And you're going to pull the lip. I don't know if that would be a lip, but today it's a lip. The lip of the hat, you're going to pull it out. So you want it to be facing towards you. Unfold all of that inside, because you're going to need the lip of this hat on your capping station. You're going to want to take the inside of that hat and push it onto your embroidery machine. Remember, you want the lip of the hat to go underneath the lip of the piece on the capping frame. So it's going to be a line in the middle of the capping frame with like a red line in the middle of that, you want to line that up to the middle of your head. So if that makes sense, you're just sliding it on and making sure that lip from the hat is actually going underneath the lip of the cap and frame. It might take you a minute, but just do it. Now that your hat is on the capping station, your next step is to take, I guess you can call it like a strap or a belt. It comes on the capping frame. You're going to take that and put it over the brim of the hat. So make sure that your hat is still in the middle and underneath the lip. But you're going to take that strap and you're going to bring it all the way down and fasten it onto the other side of the capping frame. And then you're going to pull up the belt for it and lock it into place. Alright, so before we go into our next step, I want to remind y'all that the metal pieces from the strap of the hat frame, you want to make sure that they're tightly secured into the hat. So between the brim of the hat and the face of the hat, you want to make sure that the ridges on the belt is perfectly in between, flush. You don't want it to be up here. You don't want it to be down here. You want it to secure and hold your hat properly. So you want it right on the line. Alright, the next thing is to get those binder clips that you put underneath to hold the stabilizer. You want to get those and you're going to secure the hat with them now instead of the stabilizer. So the binder clips are going to be supporting the hat and the stabilizer. You're just going to go underneath your hat and grab them. And you're going to do this one at a time. So I'm just going to smooth down the hat. I have my binder clip for one side and I'm going to pull it down like tugging, making sure that it's tight. And I'm going to take my binder clip and adjust that to the hat. So make sure that the binder clip, the silver pieces, are pointing towards the inside and not pointing towards the outside of the hat. So you shouldn't be able to see like those extra pieces that you were like grabbing on. Make sure that it's like flush. And then I'm just going to do the same with the other side. Grab the binder clips from underneath. Tightly pull down on my hat. And then there we go. Alright, so our final step is, it's a piece at the top of the brim of the hat. We're going to pull that over the brim and pull that down. So it's like a little clip. And you're going to know when to stop because you're not going to have any more space. Now that is going to line up with that lip that we put underneath and with the middle of your hat. Alright, so now we're actually done the whole hooping process of hooping the hat and making sure that we can put it on the embroidery machine. Now you could just pull it right off and your hat is hooped. This is what it'll look like from the back. Probably a little ugly, but overall it's secure and ready to embroider. I'm going to throw this on the embroidery machine and show y'all how I embroider this out. Alrighty y'all, so this is the last step. You're going to want to take your hat and you're going to want to put that onto the frame of your machine. Now you do want to make sure that you have your capping frame on your machine as well. You just have to switch out those pieces in order to embroider a hat. So you're just going to slide that onto the frame and then you're going to want to hear that click again. Once you hear that click, you know that is now secured to the capping frame and you can start to embroider. Some tips that I do want to give you guys: when you have your design already on your machine, you're going to line that up with the center of your hat. So the center of your hat is typically right there where the line, the middle line, if it's a 5-panel hat, where the middle line is. So I like to typically put my design smack there in the center of that, and I take them down to the bottom of the frame of the hat just so that the design is like low and right at the bottom of the hat like how I want it, and not more so up in the center. Now as far as placement for where you would like your hat, that's kind of up to you. Like, that's just what I prefer. So let me just stitch out this hat just so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Alrighty, now let's take it off. And it's pretty much the same way as putting it on, just the opposite. You're just going to pull it back, turn it to the side, because with this machine, it's like in a way. So if you just pull it straight, you're going to hit the teeth of the embroidery machine. So turn it to the side when you pull it off. And here we go. And here we go. So you're just, to unhoop all of this, you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to pull those binder clips off. You're going to pull this brim of the hip metal piece off. Unclick it from the sides. And voila, magic. So doing hats can be daunting, but overall, once you get it down pat, you got it. And it's something else that you can offer. So I'm just going to pull this stabilizer off. This is why we do the tearaway, because it's super simple. And also, y'all, cleaning up a hat is super easy too. You don't have to use no tender touch or none of that. I just like to go and snip any extra threads that's behind it. Sometimes I'll take like a lighter just to clean up the threads. If you have threads in the front, you could just easily clean those up by using little scissors. Or you can just digitize so where you don't have any jump stitches. But this is it. It was super simple. I decided to just do a word. But this works the same for logos, for pictures, for stitch outs, anything. Pretty much all the same technique. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful. And I'll see y'all in the next one.